Hello you guys, my name is XT and welcome back to my tube. Oh Jesus, sorry. Okay, my bad. Now today I'm going to be talking about a pretty controversial thing that happened in the K-pop world recently. About a month ago, Chaeyoung from Twice was visiting the United States with the rest of her group while they promoted the release of their new album, Ready to Be. It was their first time promoting an album in the US actually before it being released. They went to Los Angeles and they went to New York City and they were on a bunch of talk shows and radio shows just to sort of capture everybody's attention, you know, get more eyes on them before their comeback. And in the little free time that they had in between their very busy schedules, the girls split up into pairs and such, you know, just smaller groups going to different restaurants, parks, museums, etc. Just enjoying their time. And a lot of them posted pictures of what they were doing to keep the fans updated, especially the American fans. All of the ones in America love to see Twice enjoying our country, and we love like seeing them post pictures of the things that they're doing here because it's like not every day that we get to see them on our land, you know? So Chaeyoung made an Instagram post on March 21st with the caption, "Girls, girls, girls," or as Chaeyoung would say, "Girls, girls, girls." They're so cute, you guys. If you don't know who Twice is, like, I feel genuinely bad for you. Now, scrolling through these pics, if you're anything like me, you're probably thinking some, you know, cute, nice photos of a pretty Korean girl enjoying her time in LA. However, you just might have spotted this shirt. When I was writing this and looking at these pictures, I was like, maybe this is in New York. Like, I better make sure that I say the right thing. But then I looked at the menu and saw that this restaurant is literally selling arugula as a side for $7. So she was definitely in LA. There's really no doubt about that. Now, some Q&As for you. Am I saying that people only noticed this shirt because they were looking to hate Chaeyoung? No. Would I have worn this shirt? No. Do I think that Chae should have worn this shirt? No. It's not a good look, girl. Okay, so some context on this shirt. Here it is online in its full form. I've seen multiple people mention that it was being sold on a Japanese website for like $20. But I also think that it's a pretty good possibility that Chaeyoung might have bought this in LA while she was visiting. Maybe even at like a thrift store or something. I really wouldn't put it past her. That seems like something that she would do. And then she chose to style it with this sweater. And honestly, I mean, it looks cute. Like, this is a cute style, you know? If this wasn't the symbol on the shirt, like, this would be a really cute look. And I didn't even notice the hakenkraus when I first looked at this picture. And yes, that is what I'm going to be calling it, because it is not a swastika. We in America and a lot of people around the world call it a swastika. Swastika is what I have learned from these comments. I've read a lot of them. I'm going crazy. But I have learned that a swastika is the symbol with religious connotation, or it is what some religion calls it. But what the actual symbol was that the Nazis used in Germany was called a hakenkraus. Hakenkraus. Sauerkraut. It was called sauerkraut. It was called schnitzel. You don't even know what that is. Whatever, long story short, I'm going to be calling it the hakenkraus because I don't want a million comments telling me that I'm saying the wrong thing. Quite frankly, I've succumbed to the mob, you guys, okay? Leave me alone. But yeah, I didn't even really notice that that symbol was on her shirt until I heard people talking about it. Shows how much I care. Every K-pop news channel and website was talking about this shirt. They were so excited to report on this story because Twice never does anything controversial. They're literally just 9 sweet angels sent to us from heaven. They are very good with PR. They never say anything wrong. They literally are a class act, all 9 of them. So let's take a look at some of these comments that people left about Chaeyoung, shall we? Do you remember how a few videos ago I said that there's a lot of people these days that try to gatekeep apologies and apology acceptance? Yeah, there's a lot of that here. Okay, so get ready for that. It's kind of hilarious, honestly. It's like, you people are so out of touch. What's upsetting is that Nazis ruined a symbol of religious value. There are temples all over Eastern Asia with that symbol. I understand the sensitivity. It still doesn't make it fair. Honestly, who in the world buys a shirt with a Nazi symbol on it? It's a good question. People are mad about her apology being short, but I genuinely don't get how an apology being short takes away from its purpose and sincerity. An apology isn't an end-all anyways. It's a marker for people to hold her accountable and for people who have been offended to pay attention and make sure it doesn't happen again. Okay, I know I've made an odd mistake or two in my life, like many of us have, so why is Chaeyoung's apology not enough for some people? She may be a K-pop idol, but she is still only human and makes mistakes like the rest of us. To be honest, I think that she's just very ignorant. Seeing how she went out in this shirt kind of shows it. I feel that she wore the shirt to do the grunge punk style since it's basically her aesthetic, but it backfired horribly and now she has to accept the consequences, okay? So far, I'm with you. I'm not a fan of how some once it- wait, what? She probably just meant to say not. I'm not a fan of how some onces were treating this situation also. Not all though, plenty were holding her accountable, but she's a grown woman who made a mistake and she knows she did. So hold her accountable like you would do any idol. I agree with this though. It's like, okay, like yeah, let's hold her accountable and let's move on, you know? Like she wore this shirt, wasn't that appropriate? Let's not just let it slide, but let's move on. She apologized for it. Let's keep moving on with our lives. If an idol doesn't apologize, you demand an apology. If they do, you claim it's half-assed. If they make it less professional, you say it's not genuine. You want the idol to be held accountable and learn from their mistakes, but when the idol says they hold themselves accountable and will learn, you claim they're just trying to save their career. If the apology is posted in the main account with a long letter, you complain. If the apology is posted on a personal account, you complain. If the idol doesn't delete what they did, you say it's inappropriate. And if they do, you claim that they're erasing the issue. What exactly do you people want? If you no longer support Chaeyoung, just say so. Kayla said, I love Twice. I even bought tickets to see them in the States and was super excited. That was before I found out about Chae. I was at work and didn't check Twitter until later, so I bought tickets before finding out. And now I feel very conflicted as a Jewish person and K-pop stan. Kayla sounds annoying. And then here below, we have these people that are just like, they don't care how Kayla feels. They don't care at all. D. Fernandez is like, can I please have your ticket if you don't want to go to the concert anymore just because this Chase situation, thanks. And then this person said, please, I want your ticket if you have any second thoughts about it since I can't afford the tickets, but love them so much. And then Kayla responds and says, I'm quite offended that I post a comment about experiencing anti-Semitism and immediately get requests for my tickets without me even saying what show it's for. That's true. She didn't even say where it was. It could be in New York, it could be in California. The prejudice amongst K-pop stans is absurd. And the audacity to assume that I would hand over $200 tickets for free is the cherry on top. So you're telling me Chaeyoung is being penalized for wearing a shirt that has a rock star on it, wearing a shirt with a bad symbol on it. We all know she's not a fascist. Everyone chill the hell out. Okay, amen, Shania, literally. And then this person says, yes, she is. Do you not know the significance of the Nazis and the Nazi symbol? F***ing Jaehyun's queso. Yes, we do. We know it. Why are we gonna sit around, like, we're all just gonna pretend like Chaeyoung is a fascist, like she's a part of the Nazi regime. Like, it's a hard sell for me, you guys. You're not gonna convince me. Y'all here accepting her apology like it was yours to accept? I don't care. I don't care, okay? You sound dumb. You sound ignorant. What do you mean it's not our apology to accept? You can't gatekeep apologies, okay? You can't. I'm Jewish and I honestly don't care that much. So many idols have done offensive shit like this before. G-Friend and BTS are good examples, and I've come to expect idols to mess up like that just because they're absolutely clueless when it comes to World War II and the Holocaust. Okay, I was with you until you said that. I don't think it's right to just be like, oh, the Koreans are so clueless when it comes to the Holocaust. Like, why would you think that? Why would you think that the Koreans would be any more clueless than me? Some dude that's living in Ohio, very far away from where the Holocaust happened. And the thing is, Korea was occupied during World War II. The US was not. Here's one of my particular least favorites that I've seen. Why are people surprised Chaeyoung didn't fully realize how offensive wearing a Nazi swastika is? She barely went to school. Not an excuse, but of course, she wouldn't know history compared to others. She debuted young and was busy working. Girl, what fantasy world are you living in? Why would you think that? Why would you think that Chaeyoung is so stupid that she just wouldn't know about the Nazi symbol? Like that she's just naive? Like, no, she knows what it is. She wore it because of the shock value, because Sid Vicious wore it for shock value. It went with her aesthetic. Like, that's why she wore it. She didn't just not know what it was. Here's another absolutely ridiculous one. I told my friends that I hope Chaeyoung is on hiatus long enough so I don't have to see her on tour due to the anger and how offended I was. Like, grow up. Grow up, Lauren, with no vowel in between the R and the N. Like, who spells it like that? Lauren. Lauren. Yikes. This person, Astrid. Your name's Astrid. That's your first red flag. No offense. Chaeyoung seems like a wannabe edgy girl. I don't really know the Twice members, but as far as I know, she's the least popular. Let her be if she wants to claim ignorance. Once Twice disbands, no one would care about her. Astrid, you literally sound so bitter. Why are you sitting here commenting about Chaeyoung if you really don't care? She's just so irrelevant and no one cares about her, but here you are, Astrid, typing literally a paragraph. You have the whole friggin' hamburger patty formula paragraph written out here, but you don't care. The word swastika comes from the Sanskrit svastika, which means good fortune or well-being, a sacred symbol in Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Odinism. Okay, so there's a few themes that we're seeing over and over again with these comments. So the first is that Chaeyoung didn't know what the symbol was because she's just stupid, and uneducated because she's Korean, even though that doesn't make any sense. Number two is that the symbol is used in many cultures and religions all over the world, especially in Asia. So this isn't necessarily a Nazi symbol. And number three is that her apology was just too short and that she should be held more accountable for what she did. So let's go through each of these points. First off, with people saying that Chaeyoung is just naive and stupid, so she doesn't know enough about World War II or the Nazis. And honestly, I think that that's probably the worst take out of all of these. I think it's incredibly stupid and ignorant and naive in itself, ironically enough. Chaeyoung isn't stupid. Okay. And if people think that Koreans aren't aware of what happened in World War II and everything that had to do with it, no. Yeah, no. Granted, their invasion and occupation was by the Japanese, not the Germans, nor the Russians, directly, at least. So it's not like the Koreans were surrounded by the German Nazi hakenkraus symbol all the time. But like neither was the US, you know, or the UK or Canada or Australia. And if you showed anybody in any of those countries a picture of this symbol, they would be like, yeah, Hitler, Jews, Germany, Nazis, Nazi symbol. Like people know all about it. However, people in these aforementioned countries are typically, at least, not as aware of these other cultures and religions in Asia that do also use this symbol and have been using this symbol long before the Nazis ever used it. And that brings me to the second point that I saw brought up a lot in the comments regarding Chae, and that is that the symbol on her shirt might not even be a Nazi symbol because of the religious connotations that it may have. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Chae most likely knows that this symbol was the Nazi hakenkraus. Do you guys know who the dude on this shirt is? The guy on the shirt who's wearing the shirt with the swastika on it? It's Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious was a British punk rock singer who was popular mostly in the mid-1970s. He was born in 1957 and he actually only lived to be 22, which is incredibly sad. But something that he was known for was wearing these intentionally offensive and eye-catching shirts, just for shock factor. He wore a shirt once with two cowboys on it, touching tips, for lack of a better term. And most notably, he wore a shirt that I believe was a tank top, actually. He wore it with like a jacket, so you can't really see, but I'm pretty sure it was a tank top. I guess it doesn't really matter. But it was literally just a red shirt with a big hakenkraus on it. And now Sid Vicious was not a Nazi by any means. He was just a punk rock dude from the 70s. He simply wore the shirts to make people mad. Is history repeating itself? You tell me. Now, the last point that I want to touch on today is people saying that her apology was not long enough nor good enough. So let's take a look at this apology together, shall we? Since we are codependent on each other through our parasocial relationship that we have. 안녕하세요, Chaeyoung입니다. Instagram 게시글. I'm just kidding. Hello, this is Chaeyoung from Twice. I sincerely apologize regarding the Instagram post. I didn't correctly recognize the meaning of the tilted swastika in the t-shirt I wore. I deeply apologize for not thoroughly reviewing it, causing concerns. I will pay absolute attention in the future to prevent any situation similar from happening again. Sincerely apologize again. I mean, yeah, I think that's probably what I would have said, honestly. No, actually, I probably would have been like, sorry, I wore a swastika and you felt sad. Won't happen again. But I mean, I think that that apology was adequate for what she did. I mean, all she wore was a piece of clothing. What are we gonna do? Give her 10 whippings? A lot of people are saying too that she should have gone on hiatus or been kicked out of the group, which is ridiculous. In my opinion, Chae deserved a slap on the wrist. and y'all gave her a punch in the face. She wore a shock value shirt. Chaeyoung isn't promoting Nazi ideology. She isn't going down the street hating Jewish people. She's probably just wearing it because it's a shirt and it has a little controversial image on it. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Gucci, how much do you have to itch? I mean, honestly, I am kind of shocked that Chae chose to wear this shirt because I know that she knew that she was going to get some sort of pushback from it. And she wore it anyway. Was it irresponsible? Maybe a little bit. Is she a Nazi? Definitely not at all. Should we crucify her? Absolutely not. And like, of course, she chose to wear it when she was in America, you know, ordering her arugula. Okay, so final thoughts. This video has been long enough. Now, here's my opinion. As a non-Jewish Christian mężczyzna ze Stanów, obviously Chaeyoung isn't a Nazi. Furthermore, anybody that took more than 5 seconds to research the meaning of this shirt and the images behind it would be like, oh, I get it. I get it. Again, not a shirt I'd personally wear or that I particularly liked seeing her wear, to be honest, but I do get it. And I genuinely think that anyone that's still out here in her Instagram comments telling her that she should have been put on hiatus, that she should have been kicked out of the group, that her apology wasn't good enough, that people are whack for still supporting her. You're all hypocrites. I've never worn a shirt with the hakenkraus on it, nor will I ever. I would never even buy something that has that image on it. But have I said stupid things before? You know, have I done stupid things before? Have I worn stupid things before? Yes. Absolutely. I think we've all had a moment or moments, I'm sure, in our lives where we've done things that we are really embarrassed for, that were just inappropriate at the time or out of line. Maybe we said something, maybe we did something. I think that we are just really lucky that we don't have millions of eyes on us all the time. Chae messed up. Chae apologized. And my question today for you all is, do you forgive her? Let me know in the comments. Side note, I saw Chaeyoung last year in Atlanta when Twice was on tour, and she was the first member to wave at me, and she gave me like a little heart with her hands. It was so cute. It was just a moment that I'll never forget. I also got this cute little video with her. Oh my god. She's literally so sweet. Like, she's so sweet. But that's all I have for you today, you guys. As always, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Let me know, do you think that it was appropriate for people to get this outraged at what she did? Do you think her apology is adequate? Let me know. I'd love to know what you think. Until next time, thank you guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.